What's up, Bargain family? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm so excited about. I'm going to share with you guys how to basically make this vanity unit. I'm going to show you how I did the mirror, the shelves that go around the vanity, the ones on the side of the vanity. They kind of remind me of IKEA shelves. This is a nod to my Dollar Tree vanity mirror. I uploaded that tutorial I think almost 3 years ago when I started uploading tutorials in the Dollar Tree community. It was very small and I feel like that vanity mirror really helped my channel grow. That and the cube organizer. So those are ones that I hold dear to my heart, and I wanted to try to revamp up the vanity mirror and add a little bit more to it. So hopefully this inspires you guys. If you do not want to recreate this, hopefully it inspires you though when you're trying to make your own vanity. Maybe put like a shelving unit around it to put different pieces of makeup. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And with that being said, let's begin the video.
We're going to start off with these side shelves. From Dollar Tree, I picked up these Crafter Square wooden trays. Now for each shelf unit that I made, I used 8 crates. You can use as many as you'd like, but I don't recommend going too big with these if you're just using Dollar Tree products to make them. To attach them, I'm using wood glue. Remember, you could always go to the hardware store, get smaller little screws or nails to attach them. You probably still want to use some wood glue in there. There's other things that you can do, as I'm sure you all know. Now what I do is I take my trays and I create the back of the shelving unit. I take 5 of them and I just place them all side by side by side. Then I take the other 3 pieces that are going to be the shelves and I just kind of figure out where I want them to be placed. Once I have that figured, I go ahead and I start to glue these using wood glue. Now, as you can possibly tell if you look close enough, you'll see a little bit later, I filmed this when I was pregnant. Sometimes my videos take longer to film than you guys think, because you guys just see one video, but you don't understand like it's days and sometimes months of getting one video done. So I was pregnant when this happened, and Cooper's almost 8 months old now. Now you could spray paint the glue if you'd like to. You can also just paint it using acrylic paint or chalk paint. I ended up using the Waverly white chalk paint to paint this. If you want to spray paint it, it just makes it so much faster. You do probably want to sand down the wood a little bit though, so that the spray paint adheres to it. But like I said, I was pregnant when I filmed this, so I had to use just chalk paint because I couldn't use spray paint. You will more than likely have some gaps where 2 pieces of wood meet. You can use wood filler to fill that in and then paint, or you can take your paint like I did and just push it through those gaps until it fills the wood up, and that's exactly what I ended up doing. Next up, I'm going to be using these wooden crates from Dollar Tree. They carry 2 different kinds. I got the bigger one that they carry versus the other one, which is smaller, and it also has a bunch of gaps between the pieces of wood. Now what I'm doing is I'm using these crates to create a shelving unit that will go around the vanity mirror. To attach the crates together, I used wood glue and hot glue. I did this to speed the gluing process along, just because at this point I have Cooper and I don't have time to just wait around for the wood glue to dry. So by using the hot glue, everything is attached quickly, but there's that wood glue that's really going to be durable and keep these crates together. I had crates that were all side by side by side. That is the top of the shelving unit, and then I have crates that go along both sides that are just the sides of this shelving unit. So I have 6 up top and then technically 4 going down each side. This is another thing where you could use as many crates as you like. Make it as big as you like or as small as you would like. I painted this off camera because you guys already know how to paint. If you do not like the little holes that are on the sides of the crates, you can use ribbon, Dollar Tree diamond wrap, which is kind of like a rhinestone ribbon, to cover up those holes. They do not bother me, so I left them just the way they are. But if you don't like them, like I said, you can use other things to cover them up. For the mirror, we're going to be using some foam board from Dollar Tree. They carry them in white and black. I got the white one. Now I place my shelving unit that goes around the mirror on top of the foam board, and I just kind of figure out where I want to cut the foam board. Once I had that figured out, I take my razor blade and I cut it. You want to make sure you have a nice sharp razor blade to get a nice line. Whatever side of the foam board has the nice sharp straight line, you want to make that the bottom of the mirror because that's going to be the only part that you actually see. Once you have that cut, you can go ahead and attach your shelving unit to the foam board. I used hot glue to do this for time purposes, but I recommend using wood glue and E6000, stuff that is more durable than hot glue. If you use hot glue, just use a bunch of it. Next up, I picked up a mirror from Dollar Tree. Usually they are in frames, and I took the mirror out of the picture frame. You're also going to pick up some of these push lights from Dollar Tree. Each one takes up to 3 batteries. I used Panasonic batteries that I got from Dollar Tree, but if you have a Costco membership, a Sam's Club membership, even if you go to Walmart, it's cheaper to get all the batteries you need for this somewhere else, and on top of that, you get better batteries and you get more of them. What I do is I place my mirror down and then I kind of figure out where I want the lights. When I did this back in the day, I did measure it all out, but this time around I just didn't have time for that. It was easier for me to just eyeball it. So instead of attaching each light right away, I place it down, figure out where I want it to be, and then I start to attach everything. So I glued my mirror to the foam board, and then I started to peel the backing off of each push light to reveal the adhesive, and then I placed it on top of the foam board that way. If you want to glue the push lights onto the foam board, you can go ahead and do that as well, because the push lights twist off of the backing, so if you run out of battery, it's easy to take off even if the back of it is glued to the foam board. Now, to attach this to my wall, I am going to be using command strips, and you don't want to be stingy with the command strips. You're just going to put them all over the thing. You can honestly use nails or screws to put this inside of your wall. You just go through the wooden crates to do that. Now I take the shelving units or the side shelving units, and I glue them to the wooden crates that are around the foam board. Again, you want to use something like wood glue and hot glue to do this, but I'm just using hot glue because I don't have time to wait around for wood glue to dry. Now my vanity unit is ready to set up. I didn't glue on the other shelf because I figure I might use that shelf for something else. So what I did is I just place the vanity down, figure out where that other shelf will go, and once I figure that all out, I then push the unit into the wall so that the command strips attach to my wall. Now remember this, if you used wood glue to make the side shelves, you do not want to put anything that is too heavy on those shelves if that's the only thing that you used. So if you're going to put anything that is heavy, you can go ahead and place that on the very bottom shelf because it's not just going to fall off on you. But don't go putting something that's like 20 pounds on one of those upper shelves and then it falls on you and you're like, why did it fall? You can put makeup palettes on top of that. You can put lipstick. You just want to make sure you're not putting anything on those shelves that are too heavy. Dollar Tree carries so many great items you can use for your vanity. There's this little picture frame holder that you can use to hold palettes. I had the bigger one on hand, not the small one that you want to use for one individual palette. So I was just showing you guys what you can do, but I didn't end up using that because it's way too big. So I filled my vanity up. It looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't believe this is all Dollar Tree stuff. Even the mirror is Dollar Tree. I want to emphasize though, one last time, really drive it home, you don't have to use those Dollar Tree products, because sometimes I do get those comments where it's like, well, you could use real wood, or yeah, of course, but I'm doing a Dollar Tree DIY. I'm not doing a Home Depot DIY. I decided to put some of the push lights underneath the trays on the side shelves, and this looks extra nice. I wish I actually had more batteries on hand so I could have put it up on the ceiling that's right above the vanity. It just glows so nicely. Remember, the push lights are cool tone, so that means it gives off more of a blue light versus something that is a warm tone, which gives off a more warmer type of natural light. I'm so proud with how this all turned out. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this inspires you guys. The top of the vanity, that little shelving unit there, you can even just make that part and then attach it to your wall using screws or a whole lot of command strips, so then you just have something right above for some extra storage. I do want to take this kind of concept with the crates and use it to create something for the kitchen. I already started on it, so look out for that DIY. Who knows when it'll come out, because as you can see, it takes 8 years for me to finish things. This is from pregnancy through having Cooper 8 months later. Again, thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.